So I'm like, let me go ahead and go live because I had a subscriber was asking me about setting the paper so they can print sheets, and I was like, okay, well, I'll do a video, and I did, but I didn't mention it. But so we're gonna mention in this video, make it real quick and simple. I just came down, powered the printer on, the actual, agitated the inks, then I powered the printer on, and then we did a normal cleaning, and we set the paper weight. So, well, I didn't set the paper weight. I mean, let me go back. I didn't set the plating gap, so I was waiting till people jump on, and I'm gonna show you what I'll do. Process of setting this plating gap. And you want to do that before you actually power the printer on. You want to make sure it's set to widest so you can have, a good print and no head striking anything of what nature, or have any ink that's slapping across the prints on the side or in between or whatever. So you want to be able to, and it give you good, distance of the print hitting the film, I should say. So whenever you jump on, let me know that you on, because this basically directed towards you was setting the paper. If you want to print any type of A3 film, or don't print roll feed. So I'm gonna show you what you can do in that instance. So, because I know some people like to print, uh, you know, A3 film, and you don't have to. But to be, let me go back and rephrase that. Let me rephrase that. I'm gonna say this: you can print 13-inch film, or you can print 12-inch film, or you can print 17-inch film, or you can print 24-inch film. I said it backwards, but you know what I mean, right? So if you want to print sheets, it's a lever that's on your actual. Let me show you guys. Well, we wait people jump on, figure out how you can set the film. Then you can do that. So I never really did it. I just do it. Well, sometimes I do it when I'm testing the printer, but I do a lot of tests. So I just put a roll in, so I don't keep on have to try to set the paper and keep putting one by one. I like to do stuff to where I can just knock stuff out. But for some people, say they got customers and they say, okay, well, I want to print like 10 sheets out of 13 by 7 such, and I go ahead and do that. But other than that, I just bang them, knock them out. We had did some prints recently. I was talking to a customer, and they always order from me, but when they have, because they have their own print shop, and they tell me when they have the particular customer who order from them, they're kind of like real. So we back again. I don't know what just happened. So if you want the color to be there, then I'll print gradient on the white, and I'll print positive. I mean, not positive, but it's print gradient on the whole full image, not negative or no white, nothing like that. Just gradient. And what happens is I have some images that I printed out, but I think I got rid of them. So I'll probably do a video of the gradient. But what you want to do is, actually I do have a video. I think I haven't released it yet. But to get the gradient back, you just print gradient. I go 45, depending on your humidity of what your printer likes to print the white before you start dripping. You want to make sure you get that dialed in, but I normally go 45. And it will not print on the black. It only will print on the color images other than black. So if you want to save ink at the same time, you can actually do this, and you'll see a big difference. I wanted to show you, but I had an image, but it got actually stuck into the other image. But let me see if you can basically tell. I'm gonna go like this to show you guys. So this is what gradient looks like when you print on the back. You don't see the whole full white back, and you'll see just the white. It's a thin layer of white, but it doesn't have it all the way. So that is one of the things that people can save ink and still get a high quality actual print from that. And your customers will be happy because it won't be so hard to touch. It'll be soft. Let me see. I gotta see if I see what happens. Customers who have a certain type of clothing brand, and they high end, they charge a lot of merch, and you want to just have something that's going to actually have that pop, that shine, and still give that soft touch. So that's what I recommend for those type of customers. So There's different strokes for different folks, but yeah, that's what we do. But to get to this right here, I'm gonna show you since I see he's not popping them. So we're gonna go ahead and put this over here, put this over here, get these out the way. Always keep your maintenance tank resetter and chip resetter right on the side so you can actually, you know, never forget those. But let me show you real fast what's going on. So for the people that's, let me cut this because I know I have this fan right here. And for the ones that want to know how to print using paper. So here we go. So for the people don't know this too, before I mention that, make sure you set your plating gap on here. When it's in ready state, you want to go to the menu, right? Paper setup. You want to go to plating gap. You want to make sure you set that to widest. And then you back up out of there, right? And once you back up out of there, this is what you do. You see this little, it says roll, and it actually has paper. And you see this right here. So what you want to do from this point is, you see this from from roll to paper. You want to switch this like this. You'll see this right here go. Now it's still on roll, so you want to hit it one more time. Now it's on paper. So now that it's on paper, you can go over here, sit your paper medium inside, and make sure it's lined up with the edge right here. Have a little marker, that's a little groove, that's an indentation that's right here. And that's how you line your paper up from here. And once you set it there and line it up, you go over here and you just hit this paper button. It's going to grab it and snatch it. It's going to hold it, and you can adjust your film up and down for the actual, you know, your pressure, how much you want on there for your suction. And then you go to print. You go to print. As simple as that. So, you know, just, it's not hard. So you go back over in that process. And if you're printing roll, just go back and reverse what you set it to. Go print the roll. And then you can go know how to switch from paper to actual roll, and from roll to paper, depending on how big of images you're going to be printing for the day, or for you know, whatever the occasion may consist of. But that's about it. So I got to get a pick up, you know, some things and drop some things off. But I just wanted to make this quick tutorial to show you guys how you do it. I want to do a nozzle check as well, because I just powered this printer on. So I want to see what, you know, how the printer's going to print. And other than it's just a simple process, and do this stuff day to day if you only with paper. But make sure you set it back to roll feed so you won't have no hiccups when you start printing, because you'll forget to set it back sometimes, you know. But other than that, that's the best, you know, I can tell you guys for right now. Look at this white. It looks super nice. And looks like it's good. So I'm gonna go ahead and set this to a cut, because I ain't set the cut. So anyway, but the paper, it had a little jam. So I'm gonna go ahead and retract it. And then it's gonna readjust itself again, and I can cut it. So it happens every now and then. But it's to be on the safe side, guys. If you don't know anything about this printer, if you have any cloud heads or whatever, do not attempt to do anything until you get the proper information. That's all I can leave you with. And so then, I'm about to get out of here. Thank you guys for watching. I'm out.